Alright, welcome back to the Cessna 185. We are going to give this a try on the tail wheel. I have not flown this yet, but I've got plenty of time in other tail wheel modules, so we'll give it a whirl. Get rid of this park and brake. We are actually in the Washington State location for the bush divers. I'm just getting familiar with the area predominantly. Okay, does this got steerable tail wheel? Looks like it does. Sweet. That changes everything. Makes life so much easier. If I keep it on the taxiway here. Ooh, let's see if I can, there you go. I can lean forward just enough. Not a really big taxiway to do S-curves, but tail wheel problems. So been talking to the bush diver guys about just all the processes of what they do and things like that. So experimenting with it. We don't have a Cessna 185 really in use at the moment. It does seem like a lot of their operations are catering more towards like the Caravan and the some of the bigger bush planes, which is a bit out of my wheelhouse a little bit. This is a very small field for a paved field, but runway's clear. All right. Temps are good. All right, we're up and out. We gotta come back around. Let's get these flaps up so we can get some more airspeed. Once again, we're flying towards the sun. I swear it never fails. Looks like we can maintain a good climb here. We're just doing a fairly short hop to one of the nearby grass strips just to give it a test run with the tail wheel. I have not flown in this area at all. This is kind of north central Washington State. Some of the missions that are available for the bush divers tracker seem to be pretty far, at least for the ones that were currently available when I looked. Looks like we've got to work our way up and over that ridge there. Maybe not, actually. I think we'll continue down this valley here and it's a little further than I thought. We'll continue our climb. I do need to figure out how to set the brightness of that instrument. It's a little dull at the moment. Track IR was doing weird things for me there. Okay. Continue our climb through this valley here and try to get above this ridge that we're going to have to fly over. I've gotten rather used to the view out of the gliders where you can see really well around you, where these Cessnas, you gotta duck under the windows unless you're 5 foot tall. But then you can't see over the nose very well, even though you can't see over it very well anyway on the ground. It's a tail dragger. Much rather a tail dragger though. Almost find a way through that valley there, but stick with the what looks like a clean route here. Looks like we will have to deal with some clouds. Hopefully we can get up and over this here. We may have to do a couple circles. Looks like traded in my floats for some big old tires. Not sure how I feel about that yet. I like my floats. Kind of want to see if I can get her visual past this cloud over here. That's the direction we got to go. Sure is a pretty morning though, I'll give them that. Alright, looks like we're at a decent altitude now. By the time we get to that other ridge, we'll be well above it, or able to get above it. Go external. Yeah, I do like this airplane. $19 miles. Some pretty mountains up here, though. That's a pretty shot right there. Screenshot simulator. Get this past this set of peaks here, we may have to cut to the left a little bit. The lens flare is while it's neat, it's not really appropriate. I don't think it's, you know, your eyes don't see that. It's we're not looking through a camera lens. We're looking through our eyeballs. But such as it is, makes for really good screenshots externally. That's for sure. Some pretty mountains over there. And I think this is one of the areas that they kind of North Cascades, so it's if I'm thinking correctly, it may be part of the update recently that enhanced the terrain a little bit, which is good. Yeah, cool. because I can. Good. Oh, okay. I see the valley that we're heading to now. That's good. We're gonna head down that valley right off the, kind of in line with the pillar there. Almost right where the sunspot is. This glacier down there. And I'll admit, I've been flying DCS for a long time, and this is, yeah, I've had my opinions about Microsoft Flight Simulator just because I've used to fly FSX a lot. It's actually pretty, pretty good. Glacier out there is cool. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom this in a touch. Not sure how this approach is going to look. Hopefully I don't butcher it. Some mountain winds here. All right. So somewhere down in this valley is our airstrip. Probably going to overfly it at least once. Try to get this thing down then that level. Looks like we're going to be right for the lake. The thing I really like about this kind of flying is it's very much more visual with some added cool tools to help you navigate, which I really like having this GPS added to this aircraft. It's so much nicer having it. Let's get this descent under control here. We are gotta deal with some altitude, density altitude here. If I had my floats, I'd just put it down in the lake down there. It'd be a lot easier. Well, we got a little bit of room here. Ah, I think I see it down there. Alright, so it definitely favors coming in from this direction. So we will have to do a turnaround. Alright, so there's our approach from this side, coming over the water. That'll be fun. Let's go ahead. Yep, so that is where we're going down there. We will extend down a little bit here and turn back around. May actually figure eight this one so I can line up a little better. Here goes nothing. Go around is up and to the left. Hopefully we don't need to use that. All right, that's funny. Oh, I guess we kind of came off the runway there. Hard to tell. But let's turn around. Park it right here. All right, that was fun. Nice little flight over to, what is this? Stinking State Airport, 6 Sierra 9. Not a bad little spot. We'll go outside and take a look. Get these flaps up real quick here. Actually, let's just go ahead and shut the engine down and then we'll go out and look. Make sure it's there. Park and brake. Track AR, so funny. All right. Not too shabby. Have a little bush run here. Had to deal with a little bit of cloud cover. And obviously climbing up and over these mountains is its own challenge. Well, thanks for watching. We'll do this again soon.